So welcome to Tumbal online classes. Yesterday we started a motion in a plane regarding the projectile and we are discussing for oblique projectile. So yesterday a few points we discussed regarding oblique projectile. Let us see a few more points then we will start horizontal projectile. So what is oblique projectile or regarding all yesterday we have discussed na? And let us see regarding this oblique projectile. The body projected into the space by with the velocity u bar by making an angle theta. So with the horizontal. Now it follows this path, finally reaching to the ground. What I want to calculate is what is the time after which the final velocity. Here, for example, final velocity is along this direction. So calculate the final velocity, you need horizontal velocity and vertical velocity. So this is the value of Vx and this is the value of Vy. So what is the question is after what time the final velocity perpendicular to initial velocity. Understood now? So what is the initial velocity given by u bar? U bar is equal to u cos theta into I cap plus u sin theta into j cap, right? Then what will get v bar value? So v bar is equal to vx into I cap plus vy into j cap. First I will write vx into I cap plus vy into j cap. What is the value of vx? Horizontal component of velocity will remain constant. So vx is equal to ux. This is equal to u cos theta. And what about for Vy? So Vy is equal to Uy minus Gt. This is the velocity after t seconds. Then what will get Vy value? So Uy value u sin theta minus G into t. Right? Then what will get the value of V bar? So V bar value is equal to Vx is equal to how much I got? So u cos theta into I cap plus Vy value how much I got? U sin theta minus Gt into J cap. Okay now, so this is instantaneous velocity after t seconds. Now in this they are telling that u bar and v bar are perpendicular. Okay, so u bar is perpendicular to which one now? V bar. In vectors we studied when two vectors are perpendicular their dot product value will be equal to 0. So u bar dot v bar value is equal to how much? 0. What is u bar value? U bar value is, so I know this. Here I will write u bar value. U bar already we know. Once again I will write that. So u bar is equal to u cos theta into I cap and u sin theta into j cap. Correct? U sin theta into j cap. Dot product. I with I and j with j. So what I will get? U cos theta into u cos theta. So that is u square into cos square theta. Correct? So plus what I will get here? U sin theta into u sin theta into u sin theta minus g into t is equal to 0. Understood now? So multiply j with j. So what I will get here is u square cos square theta plus u square sin square theta, then minus, so u into sin theta into g into t is equal to 0. So u square cos square theta, u square sin square theta, if I take u square, so this value will become 1. Therefore u square is equal to u into sin theta into g. Correct? So then what I will get t value? That is u value cancel. So t value is equal to u divided by g into sin theta. What is this t? T is the time after which the velocities are perpendicular. The velocity is perpendicular to which one now? Initial velocity. What is the magnitude of that velocity after which is perpendicular to initial velocity? So what I got v bar value? V bar is equal to u cos theta into I cap. So plus u sin theta minus g into t. So into j cap. Correct? I want to calculate magnitude of v bar value. So magnitude of v is given by root over. So this is u cos theta. Vx square plus vy square plus u sin theta minus g into t value given by t is equal to u divided by g into sin theta. Right? Then what I will get here is sin theta, this term will be whole square. This is vx vy square. Here g value cancel. Then what I will get? V value is equal to, so v value is equal to u square cos square theta plus this value will be given by u sin theta minus, so u divided by sin theta whole square. Simplify this. After simplification, you get v value writing directly. So u into cot theta. U into this one cot theta. What is v? The magnitude of final velocity which is perpendicular to initial velocity. Okay na? So this point understood na? This is one of the point you can remember. So what is the velocity after which? What is the time after which velocity perpendicular to initial velocity? So next. Yesterday, equation for trajectory we written. So second point related with this object projectile. So what is the equation for trajectory? Equation of trajectory. So what is the equation of trajectory for projectile? So that is y is equal to tan theta into x minus g divided by 2u square cos square theta into x square, right? Yesterday we have written this also as y is equal to ax minus bx square, where a is tan theta, b value is g divided by 2u square into cos square theta. This equation can be also written in terms of range. If I take tan theta into x is common, then what I will get is here 1 will be there, so remaining x because x square x is over, final value get is r. So once you can check it. So this is the equation for trajectory of a projectile. So in terms of this one range. Understood? So next one, third point. And third point is yesterday we not consider so air resistance. In the presence of air resistance. Presence of air resistance. If air resistance is present, that time what happens? When air resistance is present, so path is not parabola. Path is deviated from parabola. So not parabola. When path will be parabola? When there is no air resistance. And second point is when air resistance is considered, so time of flight value, total time of journey, the time of flight value may either increase or may either decrease. It depends upon direction of air flowing. And third case is whenever the air resistance is considered, so maximum height attained by the projectile. So this height value is going to be decreased. Arrow downward means decrease, upward means increase. When this air resistance is considered, horizontal range value, horizontal distance covered in its time of flight, that is called as horizontal range value. So it is also going to be decreased. And what about the third? Next point is whenever the air resistance is considered, the velocity of landing with what velocity body project is reaching the ground, so that is going to be decreased. But when air resistance is considered, so angle of landing, so this angle of landing is going to be increases. So these are the points which are related with the presence of air resistance. When air resistance is not there, angle of incidence and angle of landing will be same. Angle of projection and angle of landing will be same. When air resistance is not considered, velocity of projection and velocity of landing both are same. But in the presence of air resistance, so these are the points. So that is third. The next one is fourth one. So regarding this fourth, till now we discussed projection from where? From the plane ground. If the projection is not from the plane ground, for example, let me consider a tower of height value h. From this tower, what I did, a body projected in such a way that with a velocity u bar making an angle theta. Then what happened to the body? The body will go upward direction, again it will reach down. Even here also path will be parabola. But this time the netted displacement value will become minus h. Decided already. So projection from the top of the tower. So netted displacement value will be equal to minus h. Then what is the velocity with which body reaches to the ground, or what is the time taken to reach the ground? So that time taken can be calculated by using the formula h is equal to, so ut s is equal to, by using the formula s is equal to ut plus half into a into t square. Here u is u by a is a by. Then what I get? Minus h is equal to u by into t minus half into g into t square. Okay, then h value will become minus u into sin theta, minus u into sin theta into t plus half into g into t square. This is the equation for a projectile which is projected from the top of the tower in vertically upward direction. Point understood now? So that is the fourth one. Next one is regarding this oblique projectile. So next point is, if the body projected from the top of the tower, let me consider a tower. Tower of height value is h, but this time body projected downwards with a velocity u bar, making an angle theta with the horizontal. That time what is the equation will be given by, for the trajectory equation given by y is equal to, so this time h value will be equal to plus, s value will be equal to plus h only. Then what will get h is equal to u sin theta into t plus half into g into t square. Understood? By using this equation we can able to calculate what is the time taken by the body for reaching the ground. So this is for projection from the top of the tower but downward direction. Okay na? Then last one regarding this oblique projectile. So what is the case? During projectile motion, which are the quantities which remains constant and which are the quantities which are going to be changes? So during projectile motion, which remains constant? Which remains constant? Which quantities remains constant during projectile motion? So first one is total energy will remains constant. Total energy will not changes. It will remains a constant value. And the second point is, so already this is we consider g value for throughout the motion is constant. And one more is horizontal component of velocity. So throughout the projectile motion, horizontal velocity so will remain constant. Whereas which components are not going to be changes? Which changes? So which are going to be changes? Regarding the projectile motion, those quantities which are going to be changes. So what are the quantities which are going to be changes? First one is, so its speed value changes. And next one is, so its velocity changes. Which velocity? Vertical component of velocity will be changes. The next one is its kinetic energy value changes. The next one is its potentiality value changes. Yesterday we calculated kinetic energy and the potentiality, and also its momentum value also changes. So these are the quantities which are going to be changes. These are the quantities which are going to be remains constant. Regarding which one? Projectile motion. Understood? Which projectile? Oblique projectile. Okay. Then this is regarding the oblique projectile. In this oblique projectile only, actually now projection is doing from where? From the plane, from the level ground. Sometimes we will also do projection from the inclined plane. So if I consider that case, here only we discuss projection from the inclined plane. For this projection from the inclined plane, let me consider an inclined plane. The angle of inclination value let me call alpha. So then along the inclined plane, let us consider x-axis, and normal to inclined plane, let us consider y-axis. Normal to not inclined plane, normal to the slope. So this is our y-axis. Now let us consider a body projected with a velocity v0 by making an angle theta. So theta is the angle made with which one? With the horizontal. With the horizontal. Then what is the horizontal component of velocity? So velocity is v0. The horizontal component of velocity will be given by horizontal component of velocity. So ux. Ux value will be given by v0 into cos theta minus alpha. Why theta minus alpha? So total angle is theta. This angle is alpha. I want to calculate what is the velocity along x-axis. So this angle will be of theta minus alpha. Ux value is equal to v0 into cos theta minus alpha. So what happened to vertical component is given by v0 into sin theta minus alpha. Right? Similarly, what about acceleration due to gravity? For the projection from which plane? From the level ground. So g value is acceleration value is 0 along horizontal direction. But here not like that. So whenever a body was there here, then what happened? Its acceleration due to gravity like this. So acceleration due to gravity, this is alpha, can be resolved into components. So what are the components? This is given by g into cos alpha So this component is given by g into sin theta. So in this, what is the horizontal component? Ax is equal to minus g into h1 sin. This is alpha, sin alpha, right? Y minus sin. This acceleration is along negative. So here we consider axis like this now. This is along negative x-axis. So x value minus g into sin alpha. What happened to ay? Ay is equal to minus g into cos alpha. So this is the horizontal component of acceleration. This is the vertical component of acceleration. In case of projection from the inclined plane, it has acceleration along two directions. So acceleration along horizontal direction also will be there. Acceleration along vertical direction also. The remaining we can calculate as it is. How we calculated for projection, oblique projectile. So if I want to calculate the time of flight, general formula. So 2 into 2u sin theta. Here what I will get? 2 into v naught into sin theta minus alpha. So what should I calculate? Divide by g. But here acceleration along which direction? Acceleration along vertical direction. So vertical direction acceleration value will be given by g into cos alpha. So this is the expression for time of flight. Similarly, we can also calculate the horizontal length, which is given by 2 into, this value will be given by v naught square divided by 2 into, so cos square alpha into sin 2 theta minus alpha minus of sin. So this is the expression. We can derive this. Horizontal component of velocity is equal to, so horizontal length value is equal to horizontal component of velocity into time of flight. So when this range value maximum for r is equal to r max, to become r value is equal to r maximum, here sin 2 theta minus alpha value should be equal to 1. When 2 theta minus 1 alpha value is equal to 1, what does it mean? 2 theta minus alpha is equal to, so this sin which value will be of 190 degrees. So whatever get the value will be of, so 2 theta minus alpha value is equal to pi by 2. So whatever get theta is equal to, so theta is equal to pi by 4 plus alpha. Whenever a body projected with this angle, then what happens? Range value maximum. What is the maximum range value will be given by? Maximum range value is equal to v naught square divided by 2 into, so cos square alpha into, so 1 minus of sin alpha, because that value will be equal to 1. So this is the case for projection from the inclined plane. Even in this case, sometimes they also use to us. So if the body projected, so downward the inclined plane, the body projected downward the inclined plane in the sense. So for example, this is the projection, body projected like this. So this angle is given by, so this value will be of alpha and this value will be of theta. So this is given by which one? This value of u bar. Okay, body projected upwards or down the inclined plane. So that time total angle of projection value will become theta plus alpha. What are the formulas we written? The same formula for downward inclined plane. We consider in place of theta minus alpha, what should I write? Theta plus alpha. Okay, so this is for projection from the inclined plane. Till now we completed for which one? For the oblique projectile. Before starting this horizontal projectile, let us see one last pointer. So if they ask to calculate what is the velocity of the projectile, oblique projectile at half of its maximum height. So if they are asking us to calculate what is the velocity, so at velocity at half of the maximum height, half of the maximum height. Okay, no? Then how can I calculate this? Projectile is projected with the initial velocity u bar, making an angle theta. So with the horizontal, I want to calculate here somewhere. So this point is there exactly half of the maximum height, 1 by 2 of h max. So what is the final velocity given by? Generally, what is the formula for v bar? Vx into I cap plus vy into j cap. At which point? At point P. At point P, the projectile having two components of velocities, right? Vx value and vy value. What is the magnitude of v given by? So v is equal to vx square plus vy square. So anyhow you know vx value. Vx is equal to ux, which is equal to u cos theta. No problem with the horizontal component of final velocity. What about the vertical component of final velocity given by Vy? So Vy value given by how much? U. So here because I know distance, so Vy square is equal to Uy square plus 2 into G into H value or S value. By using the formula V square minus U square is equal to 2S, because A value minus E, so Uy square minus 2 into G into S value. So what about S value? S value is equal to half of the H maximum height expression we know, that is U square into sin square theta divided by 2G. So that is 2G into 2, that is our 4G. That is S value. We know value of Uy also. So substituting this, what I will get Vy value is equal to root over Uy square value U square sin square theta minus 2 into G into which one? U square sin square theta divided by 4 into G. So G value cancel, 2 to cancel. U square sin square theta and U square sin square theta by 2 minus. So if I take LCM, what I will get? U square sin square theta by 2. So what I will get? U into sin theta divided by 2. Understood? So this is the vertical component of velocity at half of the maximum height. When I know Vx value and Vy value, can I calculate V value? V value given by root over. So what is the Ux square value, Vx square value, U cos theta whole square plus Vy square value will be given by U sin theta by root 2 whole square. Can I write that? Then simplify this. So here what I will get? V value is equal to here. So U square cos square theta plus this is U square sin square theta divided by root 2 whole square value 2. So that is of under root. So I can take the common of U square. When I take U square common, so that is root, outside the root that will be of U. Here I will get 2 cos square theta. In this sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Still what I will get? 2 cos square theta, that is 1 plus cos square theta divided by how much? So this is the expression for final velocity. Final velocity at where? At half of the maximum height. Understood? So maximum, what are the points are needed for oblique projectile? That all we have discussed. After completion of the oblique projectile, what is horizontal projectile? So which one? Horizontal projectile. So what is horizontal projectile? If a body projected from a tower horizontally with a velocity u bar by making an angle theta with the horizon. So what is the thing is? Here theta value should be equal to 0. Such a body is called as horizontal projectile. Because of the earth gravity, so though you project it like this, it will follow this path. Finally reaches to the ground. So let me check what is the time taken to reach the ground, what is the path or what is the trajectory it follows. Okay, and what is the horizontal range value, how much? This value projected from here to here, the range value how much? That all we discuss. First, that is for horizontal projectile, the angular projection theta with the horizontal will be equal to 0. Example for horizontal projectile, a stone is thrown from a train which is moving. So that is example for horizontal. Any object which is thrown from the helicopter which is moving horizontally. So bullet fired from the gun. So by putting horizontal. So these are the few examples for which projectile? Horizontal projectile. For horizontal projectile, theta value 0. So here also velocity can be resolved into two components, ux value and uy value. Horizontal projectile motion also two-dimensional motion. Two-dimensional motion can be treated as two separate stabilized motion. Ux is equal to u into cos theta. So theta value here 0 degrees. Cos 0 degrees value 1. So ux is equal to u. And what happened to uy value? Uy is equal to u into sin theta. Theta value 0. Then what will get uy? Uy is equal to 0. And what about the acceleration along horizontal direction? There is no acceleration along horizontal direction. And what happened to ay value? It is plus 0. Why there is no acceleration? Because horizontal component of velocity and the acceleration both are perpendicular. Acceleration due to gravity both are perpendicular. Why Ay value plus Z? It is falling downward direction. Understood now? So for example, after t seconds, the horizontal distance traveled value x. X is the horizontal distance traveled. So after t seconds. So let me call s value is equal to x along horizontal direction as x. Vertical distance traveled value let me call y. Then how can I calculate x value? X is equal to u into t. By substituting s is equal to ut plus half a t square. So s horizontal direction displacement x. Velocity value so u into t. So plus half into ax square value 0. So let me call it as 1. And otherwise from this what is t value? T is equal to x divided by u. I will call it as 1. Similarly along vertical direction y value given by y is equal to uy into t plus half into ay into t square. But uy value is 0. Then what will get y value? Y is equal to half into ay value g into t square. So this one second equation if I got. Substituting t value from equation 1. What will get y value? Half into g into t square value given by u square divided by, so t square value is equal to x square divided by u square. Therefore what will get y value given by g divided by 2 into u square into this one x square. So this is the equation for trajectory of a which projectile? Of a horizontal projectile. Here also I can write y is equal to v into x square. So here also this is the equation for parabola. Therefore trajectory of a horizontal projectile also equal to what? Parabola. So after calculating the trajectory, what is the time of flight? Time of flight here nothing but time taken by the projectile to reach the ground. So here the time of only reaching from maximum height to ground. So that is nothing but it is also called as time of descent. So time of flight value to calculate. We know h value is equal to half into g into t square. We needed to consider vertical direction. Along vertical direction, the distance traveled value will be equal to h. Time taken is equal to t. So from this what will get t value? T is equal to root over 2 into h divided by g. This formula is same as that of time taken by the free falling body. Whenever a body dropped from a height h, the time taken value will be given by t is equal to root over 2 into h divided by g. Same formula we got. So this time taken value does not depend upon mass. So this we calculated the time of flight. After calculating the time of flight, let me calculate the horizontal length. What is horizontal length? Horizontal distance traveled by the projectile during its time of flight. So this value is called as r. So what will get r value is equal to horizontal length is equal to horizontal component of velocity into time of flight. What is horizontal velocity? U into time of flight given by root over 2h. So this is the formula to calculate this one horizontal range. Regarding which projectile? So regarding the horizontal projectile. If I want to calculate the instantaneous velocity, so what is instantaneous velocity? Velocity at a particular instant of time. So that velocity is called as instantaneous velocity. If I want to calculate the instantaneous velocity, now projectile is projected with a velocity, so that is given by with a velocity u bar. Now it reaching the ground. If I want to calculate velocity at any particular point, it has two components of velocity. So one is vx, other value v, right? So resultant velocity if I want to calculate, apply the parallel formula. If it is making an angle alpha, so we can write the tan alpha formula. What is the value of vx is equal to ux, so which value is equal to u, and whatever to vy value is equal to uy plus g into t. Since uy value is 0 plus g into t, therefore I got vx value and vy value. So what is the value of v bar given by vx into I cap plus which one v1 into j cap, right? Then what is v bar is given by vx value is equal to u into I cap, vy value is d t into j cap. What is the magnitude of this instantaneous velocity given by root over u square plus which one g square into t square, otherwise gt whole square, correct? So what is the angle made by the resultant with the horizontal given by the formula tan alpha value is equal to, so otherwise I will call it as theta. What is the tan theta formula is equal to tan theta is equal to vy divided by how much of vx. What is vy value? Gt by vx value given by v. divided by which one? U1. Understood? So that is a formula to calculate which one? Instantaneous velocity. So what is the velocity with which the horizontal projectile reaches to the ground? How can you calculate the velocity with which it reaches to the ground? So it is reaching the ground. Here it is reaching. When it is reaching, what is the velocity? Final velocity value equal to how much I want to calculate. So if I want to calculate the final velocity, v bar is equal to vx into I cap plus vy into j cap. Anyway, vx value will be same. Vx is equal to ux, which is equal to u. What about the vy? Here vy value I will get root over. So uy square, because I know net displacement. What is the displacement value from here to here? That is h. So vy square plus 2 into g into h. Then what will get? Vy is given by vy is equal to root over uy value 0. So that will get 2 g. So this is the value of vy. Then what will get? V is equal to root over vx square plus vy square. So u square plus 2g. This is the formula for velocity with which it will hit the ground. Okay, now velocity value calculated now. Next, what is angle of elevation? Angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is nothing but now projectile is projected from the height h with a velocity given by u bar. So it reaching the ground like this. If I draw a line joining the highest point with the point of landing, highest point and point of landing, if I draw a line, the angle made by this line with the horizon, that is called as angle of elevation. What about this angle of elevation value? Tan alpha. So this value I know, r, horizontal line. Tan alpha is equal to opposite side. This is the tower. Opposite side divided by adjacent side. So h divided by which one? R. So what is h value? H is equal to half into g into t square. R value given by u into t. Here t is the total time of flight. So which is given by tan alpha. Tan alpha value is equal to 1 by 2 into what I get? G into t divided by u. But we know that g into t divided by u value is equal to tan theta, where theta is the angle made by the resultant velocity. If I consider any point here, the angle made by the resultant velocity v bar with the horizontal, that is theta. Then what is the relation given by tan alpha is equal to 1 by 2 into tan. So understood? This is for angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Okay. Next, regarding this horizontal projectile. Another important pointer. Let us see this. For suppose two bodies are projected from a tower of height value h with a velocity is so u1 bar and another one with a velocity u2 bar, but in opposite direction. So this will reaches to the ground like this. This will reaches to the ground like this. What I want to calculate is what is the time after which the velocities of both will be perpendicular. So velocity of first body can I write v1 bar. V1 bar is equal to how much? So ux into I cap plus uy into vy into j cap. So vx into I cap plus vy into j cap. So what is the velocity? Horizontal component velocity, that is u1. u1 into I cap plus vy value is given by g into t into which one? J cap. Directly writing vy is equal to uy plus gt. So uy value 0, directly I am writing gt. Similarly, what is the velocity of the second body? That is given by u2 into I cap plus g into t into j cap. But here I need to put minus. Why minus? Directions are opposite. If I take u1 value plus, what happened to u2? Minus. Here the question is, what is the time after which their velocities are perpendicular? So what is the condition? v1 bar is perpendicular to which one? v2 bar. Correct? For v1 bar is perpendicular to v2 bar according to the vector product. So vector dot product v1 bar dot v2 bar is equal to 0. So you should get clarity regarding the vector dot product. Multiply I with I and j with j. So when I multiply I with I, what I get? Minus u1 into u2. So plus gt into gt. So that is given by g square into d square will be equal to 0. Y dot product is 0, dot product of two perpendicular vectors will be equal to 0. Then what I will get g square into t square value, g square into t square is equal to u1 into u2. What is the value of t is equal to root over u1 into u2. Only root will be there for u1 and u2. Divided by which one? G. So this is the time after which what happened to their final velocities are perpendicular to each other. When the final velocities are perpendicular to each other, what is the separation between the two bodies? To calculate the separation, nothing but displacement. Displacement is equal to velocity into time. So here velocity, since two bodies are moving in opposite direction, so relative velocity is 1 by u1 plus u2 into time value 1 by root over u1 into u2 divided by g. So this is the separation between the two bodies when the final velocities are perpendicular. Okay now? And that is also one important point related with this horizontal projectile. Even in this horizontal projectile, let us see one more same question, one more point. So based on that question only. What is that is? So what is the time after which their displacements are perpendicular? So what is the displacement of the first body? Can I call S1 bar? S1 bar is equal to x into I cap. X into which one? I cap. So plus y into j. What is the horizontal displacement value of the first body? X1 is equal to u1 into t. And what about y value? Y is equal to half into g into t square. Why? Because here y is equal to uy into t plus half into g into t square. Uy value is 0. X is equal to so ux into t. Ux value u1 into t. Right? Then what I get the value? So y is equal to half into g into t square. Can I get s1 bar? S1 bar is equal to u1 into t into I cap plus half into g into t square into j cap. Right? Similarly, what is S2 bar? Will be equal to minus u1 into t into I cap plus half into g into t square into which one? J cap. Once again I am telling you why minus, since because the directions are opposite. Then they given that so S1 bar is perpendicular to which one? S2 bar. Same condition we will apply. Whenever two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product S1 bar dot S2 bar will be equal to how much? 0. When S1 bar dot S2 bar is equal to 0, what I get? So u1 u2 into t square plus, which is minus now, plus so 1 by 2 into g into t square whole square will be equal to 0 because multiply with I with I and j with j. So then what I get? Minus of u1 u2 into t square plus this value 1 by 4 into g square into t power 4 will be equal to 0. Then what I get? 1 by 4 into g square into t power 4 will be equal to u1 u2 into t square. So t square to t power 4, one term will be cancelled. Then what I get? T value is equal to 2 into root over u1 into u2 divided by how much? G. What is this t? T is the time after which what happened? Their displacements are perpendicular to each other. Understood? Similarly, what is the separation between the bodies when the displacements are perpendicular? To calculate the separation, what is the formula? Velocity into time. Which velocity? Relative velocity. Since both the bodies are moving in opposite direction, so u1 plus u2 into 2 into root over u1 into u2 divided by g. Understood? So this is for horizontal projectile. Last point related with this horizontal projectile. So let us see, there are n number of stages or steps are there like this. Each step of width value b and each step of height value equal to m. So a ball is thrown horizontally with a velocity u bar from the top stage. So let us suppose the ball is fall directly on the nth stage. On the nth stage. So in order to fall directly on the nth stage, what is n value? Here ball is covering horizontal distance and also vertical distance. So what is the total horizontal distance value? Total horizontal distance is x. So here total horizontal distance formula x is equal to, so general formula u into t, that is the value of u into t. But x value is equal to n into b, will be equal to u into t. Why I written n into b? There are n number of steps are there. Each with value of b. So total x value n into b is equal to u into t. Right? So this one can I call as equation 1. What is the equation for vertical displacement value? Half into g into t square. So what is y value will be given by y value is equal to n into h. N into h value is equal to half into g into t square. Can I substitute so what is the value of t? So t value is equal to n into b divided by u. I will substitute the t value there. Then what I will get n into h? N into h value is equal to half into g. So what about t square value? N square into b square divided by which one now? U square. Right? So what happens? N value and n value cancel. If I want to calculate n value given by 2 into h into u square divided by g into b square. What is n here? Nth step. So how many number of steps are required for a ball which is falling? So from the upstate with a velocity u bar to directly fall onto the which one now? Nth step. So n value will be given by the formula 2h into u square divided by g into b square. And these are regarding the point for the horizontal projectile. Okay. So then in the next class we will continue the numericals of this projectile from the material level to questions. Okay, na? So, okay. And one more important point is relative velocity concept for especially for this chapter. So relative velocity concept is very important. When we started vectors, the second class relative velocity. So the concept is very important throughout whatever the chapter you go through. But relative velocity concept is important. Okay, na? So thank you. We will continue in the next one.